So I thought we were good. My alternator belt's gone. Yeah. You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. It's actually sprinkling right now. Not supposed to get any heavy rain till later. But we left this last night plugged. So it was fighting me and I just said, okay, we're done. And we did go to Taco Tuesday. So I gotta unplug it, sharpen the knives, and we're gonna dive in today. We should have, I'm hoping, one load in each truck and then we'll be done. So truck drivers are headed this way and we'll dive into today. Appreciate you guys watching along. So when I say I plugged it, in between the actual cutting drum and the accelerator up top where the paddles are, it plugs up there. Lighter grass, or if it gets a little long and slows down. So there's a pile of feed underneath there that I did, but there's your tools. Got all my fingers, haven't cut anything yet, which is good because, yeah, you're sliding your hands next to the knives. So we'll get this sharpened up. I really got to get a service truck so that I got air to blow everything off at night. Just ran through here, everything looks good. Those two belts, they're holding. Here's some from the way previous belt. Well, that looks good. Well, we are back chopping. I forgot the front tire on the chopper, on the head. The tire's bad. So we're just gonna limp it along here. Got it sharpened up. I really gotta put a service truck together so that I got air on board. So that I can blow this thing off and whatnot. Probably an hour or two of chopping left and we'll be headed home because it is going to rain later. So I thought we were good. My alternator belt's gone. Yeah. I found it very weird that it snapped a belt that was in pretty good shape. And so I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Keep in mind, this motor's been sitting. Water pump is locked. So we gotta go pull the water pump off the other one, which is okay because this thing's mostly full of water right now. So we'll let it cool down and then we'll just pop that off, pop the bolts that go on it, slap the other one on, be good. That is the plan. So I gotta go catch a ride, get home. I do have 2 spare alternator belts. They're on the machine right now. So I have another alternator belt, or I have the serpentine belts at Napa, but they're cheap belts. I freaking hate them. Or a Car Quest. So we're gonna go run, steal that. They're gonna get a spare alternator belt and the 2 serpentine belts. What a day. But keep in mind, I did have this motor sitting. So it was chopping great, and then all of a sudden the battery light came on and I said, something's wrong. Got out. Here it is. Always good to have spare parts. So took it off. The gasket just stayed with it. Oh no, it came, some of it came off with it. I need some gasket maker. Yep. Just locked up in there. I bet they got a rebuild kit for this. I would think so. Spin that off. Put some bearings in. This one's good. So we will toss this one in. I did get some water pump gasket kit maker, so I'll pull off the broken one and we'll throw that on, and then we'll when we get done, we'll have to get a, we'll look at getting a rebuild kit, because that would be a good thing. And then get a water pump gasket. Okay, got that slid back in, which is, it's challenging to get it all lined back up and get the bolts started and not smash your fans and whatnot. So that one's a little snug, but yeah, throw all these back in there, tighten it up, get the belts on, put water and, well, coolant and water. What came out was actually pretty much just water, since we filled it with water. Good thinking, because otherwise it wouldn't have been as much fun. Here they come. So I got all 3 trucks in here now. Hopefully I can jam it all in here. I don't know. It is raining and it just started thundering. Said we weren't really supposed to get any rain till 3. It's only 12:30. Nervous. Always something. But new belts on. That water pump should be good. We are tight. Oh yeah, we're tight. Should be ready to rock and roll. Just got to add some more coolant and water. A little loaded on there. Dryer pieces are a little bit longer, but one more truck to fill. It ain't all gonna fit in there, I don't think. I don't think so. White truck loaded. Green truck here. Got a few rows left. Little spot right here, and we will be done. Yes, we need radios. Yes, I have radios. Do they want to listen ever to them? Nah, that's a different thing. That's a truck driver thing. So, but it is raining now. We got water and moisture on it. I don't know what he's doing. Frickin' truck drivers. We got beat by the rain. Yep. One load left. Granted, we sat around for 50 minutes waiting on them to come with water. So, it is what it is. That Mac won't run, so we need a lift pump for that. I think that's what's wrong with it, because it's not priming it, or it's not out of fuel. But that doesn't mean draw tube or something doesn't have an issue, but we'll get this home. Yep. Been a hell of a day. I haven't filmed that much, but it's been a long friggin' day. Yeah, appreciate you guys watching along though. Yeah, what a day it's been. Freaking, it's actually halfway decent, but it's pretty wet now. We'll stop and we'll look at how much moisture we actually got, but we won't be chopping. We just got like tiny little bit that's laying on the ground. We'll chop it up at some point. We got to go that way anyways, but I'm gonna go get the chopper, because tomorrow we'll put this on here and we'll get manure hauled. And I'm gonna take the front rolls off the chopper. We're gonna go run through the knives, make sure everything's good for right now. Got knives on order. I don't expect them to be here before this weekend when it should be good. So I'm gonna jump over there and check it out. Grab the chopper. But this thing, it died and it's spitting and sputtering. It's almost like either it's not pumping anything, and we put that stick in there to lean it away from it. So it's not actually pumping anything. There is a number on the top here that, so I'm wondering either we got a pickup tube that's bad, or that lift pump's actually bad. So pump, and it doesn't do anything. And yeah, I could take it apart and mess with it and put that in something and see if it pumps, but it's probably easy enough that if I'm gonna take it apart, we're gonna put a new one on it just to have a new one on it. So I'll do that, and then I gotta find a number. Right there. Bosch. Can't read nothing off it. That's good. The numbers rubbed off so much on the lift pump little plunger, so I can't actually get a number off it. It's like 2.8, and I think it's an 8, and I think it's 2, and I think it's 4, and then there's like 7s, but they might be 1s, but they might actually be 2s with a little curve. So yeah, tomorrow we'll have to just pull it off, go over Fleet Pride, and have them match it up. So I'll jump in the chopper, get that home. So all we got left is these 3 rows in that little corner. But we'll let it dry out. We're coming this way, and to do our next field, I'm going to give the chopper some love. That way, hopefully, it keeps us going. Well, today did not go according to plan. The water pump locking up probably didn't help us very much. We would have been done a lot sooner. We got some work to do on that Mac. You're always going to have stuff to work on when you run older equipment, and there's plenty of comments that say, why don't you run newer stuff, this and that, it costs you money. Like, I can't believe that. Honestly, I'd much rather spend some time wrenching on some things than have to buy a computer or have somebody show up with a computer every time a newer truck locks up or shuts down or a sensor has an issue. So that green truck that my father has, when it runs, it's a decent truck. It's okay. It's an okay truck. But it's been to the dealership 3 times, and I think sensors 2 of the times. So, yeah. You win some, you lose some. You gotta pick your battles, and I'd rather play a battle of wrenching on older equipment than being locked up with newer stuff. But, I'm gonna get this home. Tomorrow we're going to spread some manure, and I'll pull the cutter housing out, well, the rollers out, take the head off, run through everything, check what's going on with the knives, make sure everything's okay, probably set the shear bar. It's easy enough now that I know what I'm doing. And before next cutting, we'll put new knives in it, and we'll have it mint. The shear bar was new before last fall, and I don't put enough acres through it to really justify putting new shear bar in every year, stuff like that. We don't wear it down. Yeah. Some places the rain missed them today. We gambled, and well, it got to us. A lot of the feed we were chopping towards the end there, I probably could have let sit for another 3-4 hours. It was on the wetter side. Now it's a little wetter, you know. But that's all part of it. So it was an overall, the last 24 hours has been really good as far as getting feed out. Between yesterday and today, we got quite a bit of feed out, and the pit's looking really good actually. And the farms had 2 people, one in the tractor and one in the loader packing. We're over a quarter of the way, maybe a third of the way done with first cutting. But rain's gonna slow us down. So we still got corn to put in, manure to haul, and first cutting. And we gotta start spraying. So there is some weed population. I was gonna do all pre-emerge, meaning go out and spray before the corn comes up. All the corn came up way too fast, so we couldn't do that. But I'm glad it's all up way too fast. The areas that I got issues with are most of the places where we did fall chisel plowing, and some weed control needs to be done. Nothing too major, but I'd rather not have competition with the corn. The corn, after this shot of rain, and then we'll get some more heat, it's gonna be going good. I figured I'd let you guys know where we're at, what went on today. I haven't been filming as much of my day, just because I'm a little bit stressed, and we're pushing pretty hard. I'm bouncing around. Yeah, we'll be okay. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna keep pushing, and we got a lot of stuff to do. I feel pretty behind, but I look at a lot of other people. We're okay. And as far as the water pump locking up, we made it that far. Like, it literally ran for 6-7 hours, and then it locked up. So, very impressed that it actually made it that far if it had issues to begin with. Kind of a surprise there because it did spin freely, but you got to think that that one sat for a long time. So I'm going to look into if we can get a rebuild kit for it, or if we just have to buy another water pump, because I'd like to have a spare, just because like that's one of those things you will never find a spare water pump for this if we went down. And it would be a stupid thing to be down for 2 days without a spare water pump. Like, you're just not going to get one. So I gotta call Weavers about that. Glad I have a parts machine. A lot of people have said that parts machine's paid off very well to you. It has. And some of my life decisions there paid off very well. And I was nervous when I first bought the parts machine. I was trying to get just the gearbox, things like that, and he talked me in and said, come get the whole thing. So yeah, it costed me money in trucking, but it's paid off. So the motor, everything like that, yeah. Got 2 miles to go. We'll be home. Call it an early day. Rain did good for us on that. I'm tired. Rest up, and we're gonna do it all over again tomorrow. So appreciate you guys watching along. Appreciate you guys listening to me ramble about what's going on, and all the support on the older equipment and real life stuff. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one.